For the next 4 days, I'm going to be opening up the 4 World Championship decks. So these have been in stores for quite a while. I actually picked them up well over a month ago. They've been on my list of things to open. I've just been kind of waiting for the right time to open them up. So this weekend, I don't think I'm going to be going to any city championships, so I'm not going to have any tournament reports to upload. I don't have anything smaller to upload, like the blisters that I did last weekend. And I've got a 3-day weekend off from work. I'm going to a Christmas party for one of my jobs. I'm gonna go see The Hobbit midnight release. My boyfriend's coming into town, so I figure for the next few days it might be a good idea just to have some videos that I can just have already prepped and go ahead and get them up, and that way I won't have to worry about them and can just enjoy my long weekend. So we're gonna start off with the Igor Costa deck, and he calls this a Pesadillo Prism deck. It's a Darkrai Terrakion Mewtwo deck, and if you check on the back, you can see the deck list before you actually buy it. There's several reasons why I would recommend people pick up these decks. These cards are not tournament legal, so you cannot play them in tournaments. So most people think they're just useless. However, I really like these decks for a few reasons. First off, if you're a new player, just kind of getting into the game, these are great decks, even though there's cards in here that have been rotated out. These are great decks to just kind of get you into, just by studying how they built their deck and really learn about them, and then you can sleeve these things up and play with it yourself, kind of get the idea of how to play a really good deck. And, you know, I'd say Ross Cawthorn's deck last year was probably a better example of a very difficult deck that you really needed to kind of just build and play with to really figure out how it worked. And variations of all these decks are still going on today pretty much, so it's a good reason to get yourself familiar with them. Another reason I go ahead and pick one of these up is for collection purposes. As a collector, even though these aren't you know, tournament legal cards, these are still cards, and I'm slowly starting a World Championship collection, so one of each of these cards will be going into a binder page and will become part of my collection. And then the final reason I think these are good to pick up is that they make excellent proxy cards. So while they're not tournament legal, if you have practice decks and you don't want to you know, print out proxies and things like that, and you want to just play with you know, the cards that you don't have to bother printing for, these make great proxy cards. So like I planned on definitely using the Darkrai Terrakion Mewtwo instead of having to print out a bunch more of them for spare decks. Oh, I just thought of another cool reason. They come with really cool things. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to open this up off camera simply to give myself a little more elbow room since the camera's in front of me. But these things, I forget how much they are, like 15 maybe? 10, 15, something like that. At Walmart, Target, you know, major places like that. But they come with some great collector's things in here. So the first thing that I really like that they come with is this little, I don't know what you call it, just like an information book about the World Championships, and it has everything from just fun pictures of the players and, you know, different side events that they had going on, to breakdowns of the players that did very well, their deck lists, some information about them, and wow, check out the hair on that kid. That is awesome. So yeah, going into a lot more deck lists, and again, that's a great thing, even though, you know, they always do rotations after Worlds. It's just a great way for especially newer players, just to kind of get the feel of what makes a deck good. Here we've got brackets, so just lots of great information that can be found in this handy little booklet. I'm not going to go through all of it, but yeah, that kind of gives you a good idea. Oh, by the way, since the cards are the biggest thing that I'm interested in, I'm actually going to be selling all the rest of the stuff. So, you know, I'll kind of get to enjoy it a little bit. I'll read through one of the books, but everything else will be for sale. So if you're interested in buying duplicates of the cards, even though I do like to use them for proxies, the deck box, the information booklet, or what I think is really cool, this Pikachu Hawaii pin. And this is definitely something that I'm pretty sure this was not in last year's deck boxes, but it's just and it's not cheap. It's a very nice, high quality pen, and I like this. It's beautiful. Pikachu's holding on to a little tiki mask, and I can't quite tell if the tiki mask is supposed to be Pokemon related or not. Maybe you can tell, but I'm not really seeing anything at the moment. But still, really cool little collector piece. So here we go with the deck box. So this just, yeah, you can't fit sleeves in here, but still really cool deck box and just probably good for just storing spare cards. Let's go ahead and open this up. So we've got cards in the deck box. We've got cards, stack of cards as you just open it up. And now give me a minute while I pop out some of the EXs. Again, since these are going into my collection, I do want to be careful with getting them out of the packaging so I don't damage them. This is what makes them non-tournament legal. Their backs are significantly different. Where's a Pokemon card? I've always got one near me. Much different than the standard English back, so this is the only legal backing that we're allowed. These are not. If we look on the front, instead of the typical gold border, we've got this silver border going on. You know, that always varies for EXs and stuff. Typically, these would be a holo for EXs. These are non-holo. And then what I think is really cool is a signature right there in the corner of the world champion. So there we go with a Mewtwo and a Darkrai. There's more in here. I don't know if they've got them sorted or not. Dual ball, 2 random receiver, 2 N, such a good card, 4 Professor Oak's New Theory, that's the big one that I really missed, 2 Smeargle for portraits. I'm really glad that this is actually out of the format. Portrait was just being able to utilize your opponent's supporter as well as your own, really kind of abuse games, I think. 2 Shaman, Celebration Wind to move energy around. 2 Terrakion. This was the monster to take out against other Darkrai decks. This guy one-shots Darkrai. He's not an EX, so by the time you take it out, your opponent just lost 1 prize. He's probably not all that bummed. Actually, let's grab this other Mewtwo. We've got 3 Mewtwo. And let's grab this other Darkrai, add it in, and 3 Darkrai. So energy, 2 Prism, that lets you, I mean, honestly, Prism was a shocker. I was surprised he didn't just go for straight fighting. However, that allows him to use Mewtwo's attack as well. I mean, you never know. You could Shaman 2 Prisms onto a Mewtwo with something else late game, capture up another Mewtwo, and instead of having to worry about having 5 energy loaded up on a Mewtwo, you can just use Side Drive for the knockout. So really, really convenient. 1 fighting, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why they have that mixed up. 2 fighting, and let's see, 3, oh, well, hold on. It'd be nice if they didn't have these all mixed up. 2 double colorless, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark energy. And now let's grab the other half of the deck, or not quite half of the deck, a little less than half of the deck, where we've got 2 Switch, 2 Super Scoop Ups. Super Scoop Ups are mainly for Shaman, but can be used very, very helpful with Darkrai as well. 3 Eviolite, try and prevent the one-shotting from Terrakion. 2 Ultra Ball. 4 Dark Patch, crucial for that energy acceleration. 2 Plus Power. 3 Catcher. And the reason why you don't need to run 4 ofs in any of the decks from last season, 4 Junk Arms, being able to reuse anything in your hand, and 3 Juniper. So that is the Masters World Championship deck, Darkrai, Mewtwo, Terrakion. You can actually find those videos, I'm assuming they've got some copies on YouTube, but they actually did record those matches this year, so the commentary is absolutely horrible. The people that did them, unfortunately, they were not the top cut. There were some people that were probably from the video game tournament, and yeah, they really had no clue what half the cards did. but they're still really fun games to watch. And I hope you guys enjoyed this theme deck, or not theme deck, I'm sorry, World Championship deck opening. And stay tuned for the next 3 days, because I'll be featuring all the other ones and pretty much doing the same thing, kind of talking about, I don't think I really need to go over what makes this deck good. I think everyone's familiar with the nice Darkrai Mewtwo combination and the power of Terrakion. But in one of the other decks, I think I might need to explain things a little bit more. So definitely stay tuned.